Hi everyone, this is Bethesda Star, Jane Celia Hatch, Targeted Shaman. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Solstice. We are entering into the Age of Aquarius, and if any of you remember the song, The Mind's True Liberation, Mystic Revelations. So we are entering into an era of expanded consciousness, heightened creativity. As a shaman, I believe the veil between the worlds is thinning, meaning upper world, middle world, and lower world, which are all three very different vibrational frequencies where shamans travel, is going to be thinning, which means you can access other vibrations a lot more easily. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the new year. And first, I'm going to call in my power animals and spirit guides. If you want to know more about shamanism and me, you can go to my website, BethesdaStar.com, just how it sounds. I'm calling in my power animals and spirit guides. That helps me be centered in my higher power. This isn't a journalistic. I was a former journalist, but this is not journalistic. This is shamanic. And I'll smudge also to. Smudging helps to raise your vibration as well, because you can eliminate from your energy field lower vibrations that you get from other people as well as from your own thought. Like if you're thinking negative all day, you have low self-esteem, you have shame, any of those lower vibrations, they get in your energy field too. It's just not coming from the outside. So right now I'm using sage that it's white sage from California, which is a little bit different than the sage that you get in New Mexico where I live. So yes, Happy New Year. I am feeling like it's going to be a completely different year. I'm not an astrologer. I'm coming at this from a shamanic point of view, which means the body's knowledge, the body's connection with Mother Earth, and my connection with all my power animals and spirit guides. And I testified at a former video about Mother Earth. It feels like she was in this crouched position and now she's unfurling. She's coming into her own. Feels like she's been keeping her energy field low, maybe because that's where we were at, her children are at. And now she's ready to grow, to expand. So there's going to be a higher vibration coming from the earth. I know the astrologers are talking about a higher vibration coming from the stars and the galactic, and between the solstices and the eclipse and the full moon and all these conjunctures, Saturn, Pluto, and the Age of Aquarius coming in. It's also coming from the earth. So this is going to be apocalyptic, I believe, as we enter into 2021. As Mother Earth rises, and we, as her children in her dream energy field, we're going to feel that. We're going to feel like the mother rising, and we reflect the mother, whether it's in a human family or the earth or in religion. When she rises, the rest of us do too. So it's going to be a time of, there's no holding back anymore as we go into the Age of Aquarius and the Mother Earth's vibration rising. It's going to feel like you just have to do it. And I think there are a lot of energies coming from the sun, the Aries energies, and the Leo. And that's what it feels like to me, is a Leo energy. Like you're just going to go, you're just going to say it, do it, feel it. Like there's no holding back. And David Icke has been saying, and I say it my own way, humanity, it's time to get off your knees. We've been enslaved for thousands of years. This is not the first enslavement. The issues with the mask, and this is a form of enslavement, but it's not the first. When you go through the history of humanity, there has been many wars. There has been the Holocaust. The Aboriginal people have wiped, the Native Americans. The Celtics were wiped out. All the shamanic traditions, you know, the earth-centered traditions have been part of a Holocaust. Every color, every nationality has been wiped out. And we've also collectively in wars that were created by the invading species. They pitted us against each other, so we killed each other. That's a very effective way for them to eliminate us or to gain power, money, resources, is to pit us against each other. So we have been enslaved for centuries. The latest form, the pandemic, and the mass and the lockdown is the newest form. But it's happening at this very momentous time astrologically, in the Mother Earth rising and the entering into the Age of Aquarius, where I just don't think it's going to happen again. I think we are going to wake up. And again, I said we have been enslaved for thousands of years. Humanity has been put literally into all forms of slavery. Every single nationality has been slaves. We have been impoverished. We have been in war. We've been in disease, and it is all coming from the invading species. They want you to think that it was the blacks, or it was the whites, or it was the yellow, or it was the green, or it was the heterosexuals. Or it's not. It's coming from the reptilian, and they are pitting us against each other. Human beings are generally have a much more developed brain than the invading species. We have empathy. We have compassion. The invading people are psychopathic and reptilian, and they just don't have the type of brain that we have. So left on our own, we would not be have the experiences of slavery and starvation and war, because, you know, if you think about your neighbors and your family, and generally speaking, they're not people that want to torture. So you have, you know, eventually in my life, I had to say, this is not human. You know, I was very analytical, as well as an intuitive, and I believe I was born a shaman. I was also very analytical, and I did realize at a certain point that we are dealing with a non-human invading species, and that's why there is torture on the planet and things we really can't even conceive of as doing. So here we are, maybe 10,000 years into this reptilian species, or you can call them, you know, beings who had an undeveloped brain, if that is more palatable to you. But they are doing double time now to lock us down. I think they knew about the return of the light. They knew about they do know about mystical revelations. They do know about the stars. They do know about all the things they say that is, you know, all the so-called pagan, shamanic. They know about all that. They use it. They use the stars. They knew this time was coming, and this is their, you know, multi-layer, international, global attempt to shut us down, lock us down, because the light is here, and this is our time, and they knew it. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop us, because the energy is coming up from the earth and down from the heavens. And you just open yourself up, say open to the love, not just the light, because there are beings who call themselves the illuminated and they think they're the light and they're not. So you open to love, and to stream through you, and you want to open to your highest self and your most divine purpose, and you allow that stream in, and you're bringing in the new earth. You're literally bringing the new earth onto the planet. And that new earth vibration is not going to allow these invaders to be able to sustain themselves here, because they live on greed, anger, hate, torture, all the things that they're putting us through now on this lockdown. They live off of that. They thrive on those low vibration energies. So if you refuse to be food for these tyrants, they're not going to be able to sustain themselves here. They're going to have to leave. I think a lot of them are being forced off now. So it's not going to be just getting rid of them. They're going to not be sustained here, because we have become such high vibration beings that they they are no longer, it's no longer hospitable here on the planet. Or, you know, if your community becomes high vibration, or you do, you know, just being a high vibration being keeps sort of, you know, demonic energies out of your life. The same would happen for the whole planet if we all embrace the new light coming in from the Age of Aquarius and Mother Earth's evolution. She's just evolving herself into a new being, and she wants us to come with her. She wants her children to be with her. So there is light coming up from the earth as well as down, and I repeat that because it really is a phenomenal time to regain your power. The humans were the gods. All the gods that we think are mythological were really humans until they reduced us to what you see today is very, very compromised human beings who often have very little light, and you know their systems are shut down through I believe vaccines and chemtrails and fluoride in the water and all the pharmaceuticals people are on and the GMOs. A lot of people, their intuitive self has been shut down, and they're sickly because of the environment. And so this is our time, we were gods reduced to slaves, and even the jobs they're keeping open are slave oriented. They only want the slave mentality left on the earth to a certain degree. And those are the jobs that they've left open. If you can see, the highly creative, intellectual, the bookstores, the psychic, the little crystal stores, the little cafes, libraries, any of those that develop, the human socialization. Of course, socialization is vital, almost as vital as food and water for human beings. If you cut them out socially, eventually we would die probably if we had no other human being. After the need of food and water, we do need to socialize. So they've eliminated places you can socialize, and they've eliminated, the creative, intuitive, spiritually oriented, socially oriented jobs where there's hope. They're keeping the slave oriented jobs open, and that's very indicative to me. And also the worst food for your body is the junk. All the junk food stores are open. The Arby's, sorry, but you know who they are. They're chemicals, fat, salt, sugar, cholesterol, and people are shoved into little feeding troughs at some of the places, and you don't even have a chance to wash your hands. And so you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker for the health restrictions. It's, just really take a look at what's going on and ask yourself, are they really putting for our health, or are they for our death? And I do believe it's part of Agenda 21, but there's life comes in equal opposing energies, and we have the light now and love as strong as we do the dark and the evil. I shouldn't say dark, because in darkness there it is the void. It is the beginning of all creation, and the night is a source of beginnings. So there is great love and there is great evil right now, and they're almost equal and opposing. So make your choice. And it's not about, I don't think, red or blue or, white or black. It's about love or hate. So whatever vibration you're on, you're going to create. And this is our time to take our power back, reclaim our earth and our sovereignty. I feel excited about the new year. I'm also a targeted individual. I am getting targeted very heavily. If by directed energy weapons, if any of you are targets, you know that when you make movements forward, they're going to hit you really hard. And it feels like there's movement forward because there's so much assistance from astrologically and from the earth, and that we can tap into that now. And also the thinning between the worlds. You have more access to your power animals and spirit guides. If any of you are interested in being kind of an important part of this evolution into the new earth, and embracing the love and kind of helping to eliminate the knots of hatred on the planet. You can sign up for a workshop that's coming up in February at my website, BethesdaStar.com, and there is a payment plan available if you're interested and can't do the full payment upfront. And you will learn to travel into the other dimensions with special tools given to you by your power animals, and based on your special medicine and who you are and who your ancestors are, whether they're Celtic or African or Hawaiian or Russian. You as a shaman, and I believe everybody is, it's atrophied out of you, will be given special gifts by your power animals and spirit guides to be part of this revolution, this evolution of humanity. So I think that's all I'm going to say. Happy New Year. Definitely sing, dance, hug, love. All those vibrations will keep you healthier. Then if you're in fear, you're definitely going to attract the low vibration virus or whatever it is they're saying is out there. Keeping your vibration high by singing, dancing, writing, all the creative arts, definitely connecting to your highest self, God, Christ, bringing in your power animals and your spirit guides to be close to you is going to help you through this. So lots of love, and I will be talking to you again soon. Happy New Year.